I'll show you how to format some of your assessments to match the AIRS test or any other standardized test you might have your students take. Join class. That's the easiest way for your students to join a class, but you have to sign up as a teacher and you have to log in. I already have a login, so let me show you an example of a test that I just have a few questions here. Kind of what the shows the students. You could put the passage before the students could read, and also it'll format it to have it on the left. It'll give you two parts, part A and part B. You could choose different types of questions. We'll get to that in a minute. But as you know, it's really important to give your students part A and part B because on a test such as the AIRS test, where you have to get both correct in order to score a point, it's pretty important for them to practice that. Otherwise, there is no partial credit. And then there's different types of questions that you can ask. You can have them pick two, in what two ways. So out of 6, which is very difficult, but he prepares your students for the standardized test. My favorite part is the part A, part B, because there's a lot of questions like that. But what you would do if you wanted to have a new test is, you could search different assessments, different standards, but a lot of times I just create a new one and name it. And I use this website, Achieve the Core, to look at different standards. Basically, you get a login, and when you go to your login, there's different resources, classroom, there's lessons that you can choose from, text-dependent questions, which are good. I generally just use assessments, and you can do math and English. And, just to format mine, you can filter it by grade, and you can just pick mini assessment, and basically it's a poem. If you can't copy and paste it, like I'm having trouble copy and paste it, just download a lot of these questions. And that's probably the easier way to do it, as it takes a minute. And you see how they format the questions. So I can do the part A, part B test real easy. Into when I hit create a new question on the Ed site, I can go to the AIRS. I can format it to multiple choice, ELA, hit create the question. And then when I put in the question right there, I can put the passage in as well. That way the students can see it, alright? And then you can put in both parts. So once I have it, I can choose, points, but there's a gear shift here. I can do what the correct answer is, or I can do multi-select if there's more than one correct answer. If it's A and C, but if it's single select, then I can choose the right answer. I can also hit the add button for edit the choice. I can delete that. And then if I want to add a question part, I click add a question part. Alright, I can go to ELA choices, alright, and add selected. So now it has the second part, and then I can just get that again from the website. It's already been done for me. You see that there's part A and part B, but I got to add questions, so I just got to get 6 in here. So basically what I'm doing is I am copying the other choice, because 4 would just make too much sense. They didn't want to confuse people, I guess, and give them 6 choices. So now I have part A and part B. I name the question, wave number 1, and I hit save. At least one selection must be correct. Try to get mark correct answers, and if I go down to my assessment, you give me the correct answers. So part 1A is correct answer is D, part 1B is C and E. So if I go to my gear shift, I said part 1 is D, and then on this one If I hit multi-select, for this is C and E are the two that the kids, if they only get one, they don't get any credit. So I hit save, question saved, preview. This is kind of what it will look like on the viewer. And it's very similar to what an ears test will look like with all the multiple choice. Hope that this helps with formatting your assessments to better prepare your students.